It's Friday, and we're cracking open this 12-year-old Dark Arts finished in Armagnac. This was a barrel pick done by the Mashup Podcast. Does it live up to the hype?
Are you ready? The time has come. Let the show begin. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Aww.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Appalachian Bourbon Society Bar. I'm Daniel.
And I'm Jamie.
And tonight we're diving into this Dark Arts 12-year-old straight bourbon whiskey finished in Armagnac cask. Now, this is a Mashup Podcast barrel pick, so I'm excited to try it. I've loved everything that they have picked so far. This guy is coming in at 115.16, very specific proof. 115.16. Got to get that 16 in there, you know. But this is 12-year-old straight bourbon whiskey. I love their artwork on the front of the bottles. I love their bottles. Got a cool topper.
The toppers are heavy.
Yes, this is real heavy. And then it's got, I don't know if you can see that or not. It's a D and an A, kind of like etched into the glass there. But that is glass. Didn't have very much of a pop there, but hopefully.
Now this is their barrel. They named it Barrel Daddy.
Yeah, this is Barrel Daddy.
And on the other side it says Liquid Gold.
Who's your daddy?
Who's your daddy?
That's what I should have named it. Who's your daddy?
Let's get into.
So nice color on this guy for
beautiful
sure.
color.
Very, very dark, 12-year-old Armagnac. So I'm excited to try this one for sure.
Okay. Get some dark fruit on there.
Yeah, definitely some dark fruit, almost like a dark cherry.
Some vanilla.
I don't know, I say dark cherry, it might not be cherry.
It's definitely a dark fruit.
It's definitely brown sugar, vanilla. You know, all your typical bourbon notes for sure.
No ethanol on the nose. I mean, like, you could just pull this up here and take a big old sniff of it.
I would say, though, this is more on the savory side, not on the sweet side of things, on the nose. Dark fruit, though, for sure. Caramel, maybe even like a hint of molasses there. It's like molasses sweetness. More than caramel, maybe. Yeah, reset my nose here. Yeah. It's molasses, brown sugar.
It's great on the nose.
I'll get there eventually.
Yeah, that's some vanilla, a little bit of caramel.
Yeah. Definitely a great nose.
But
on
that
it.
fruit, it's that dark fruit is very prominent on the nose. Like I said, no ethanol. I love that I can pick this up and take a big old sniff.
You just stick your sniffer right on down in the glass.
It's got like a dessert.
Desserty quality there.
Yeah,
Almost.
on the nose.
I don't know what the mash bill on this is. It just says 12-year-old straight bourbon. Almost kind of like a weeded mash bill, just based off the nose.
I could see that. You're not pulling a lot of oak or anything like that. Almost like a slight Pop-Tart.
A little bit of citrus. All right, let's try this guy.
Cheers.
Cheers. Definitely got some like white pepper spice right up front on the tip of the tongue there, a little bit.
Gosh, I feel like I'm pulling dark cherry.
Yeah. Well, I said dark cherry on the nose. You kept.
But definitely on the palate, I feel like I'm pulling cherry.
Yeah. I gotta go for another sip.
Coats the palate well.
So, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, so second sip didn't light up the front of my tongue with the spice near as bad. But it is like a dark fruit mid palate, which transitions into just some sweet oakiness there and on the back end for me.
And that's what I was fixing to say is there's not a lot of oak on the palate on this one for a 12-year. Typically to me, when the older they start getting, a little bit more oak prominent they start getting. But I'm not pulling a lot of that oak. I'm definitely getting some of that vanilla, that cherry is very prominent. And I'm trying to think, with the cherry vanilla reference there, but
It's almost like a cherry Coke going back to the nose now.
yeah, I could see that. It almost feels like you got a little fizziness on your tongue when you take a sip. And a lot of the kids now like that cherry vanilla Coke.
Yeah, I don't like that one.
And I don't care for it either, but I could see that being a mixture of a cherry vanilla. And like I said, I feel like a little bit of fizziness on your
Yeah,
palate.
it's got a little bit of the fizziness right on the front and like activates your taste buds right on the tip. And they're still tingling from that last sip. Almost kind of like Pop Rocks. Jinx, show me a Coke. Oh, goodness. Yeah, but it's got that like, it activates, I guess that's your taste buds just tingling right there on the front of your tongue.
And it could be from a little bit of the spice, but it's not, the spice is not overpowering,
I
but
like
it
it,
is.
though.
It's,
But it's like-
fizzy.
Lighting up your mouth, it's like all your taste buds are activating. I like that. But yeah, it's like tingling the very tip of my tongue. There's just tingling and
Just like a Pop Rock
Yeah.
or a cherry Coke, that fizziness from a Coke. Very good. We had another Dark Arts, and it wasn't your favorite.
no,
It was the
but
Amberana finish.
to be fair, it was Amberana, and I'm not an Amberana fan. So Amberana is one of those things you either love it or hate it. There's really no in between on that, I don't think. So I didn't. No knock to Dark Arts or anything on that one because I know Amberana's not my jam, but we fresh cracked it and tried it, right? We'll try anything once.
I
the
like
most part.
some of the Amberana, so usually I can at least get him to try it, even though he says, no. But this is very enjoyable. What other
Man, that just lights up the tip
It
of your
does.
tongue.
It does. And
That is
I lost
crazy.
my train of thought there.
But yeah, you get this little tingly sensation right on the tip of your tongue. Transitions into a dark fruit to me, like a dark cherry.
Like you had a cherry cobbler at the end.
Yeah, almost. Almost. You get that cherry mid palate, and then it goes into, I think, a little bit of that Armagnac finish on the back end, mixed in with a little bit of an oak. For me,
It's not smoky.
no.
And the proof, I don't feel like it's drinking 115 proof.
No. Except for the little tingly right on the
Right
tip
on
of
the
your
tongue.
tongue. I'd say it drinks under proof,
Right.
but I don't know how do you. All bourbons don't do that to the
No.
tip of your tongue.
No.
So
And
that
I like it. I
could
like,
interpret that though as a higher proof
you could.
from that tingly sensation there.
Mm-hmm.
But once you get past that, then yes, it's definitely drinks under its proof. But I don't know. I think you could almost interpret that as a little higher proof.
For me, it's smoother on the finish. We don't like smooth, but it's smoother on the finish to me. I'm not getting a big Kentucky hug or anything like that when you start getting into some of these a little bit higher proofs. But the finish on this, so what do you think of the finish?
I'd say it's a medium finish, but sitting on the palate, definitely getting that cherry and kind of oak mixed together, just sitting right there on the palate. and that tingliness right on the tip of your tongue stays there for a minute. So,
You know, it's funny because you're saying all of this, and then it's kind of reminded me, and I know a lot of people kind of relate to food, but you know, when we go camping and I do the cobbler with the Coke in the cake mix, and
Yeah.
then we throw it in the Dutch oven on the fire pit.
yeah,
This is what it's reminding me of.
like
Just
a
that
cherry cobbler.
a cherry cobbler that's been in the Dutch oven on the fire pit.
I can see that. Definitely enjoying this one. So let's talk about the price. So this was $159.99. What do you think about the price? Based on what you're tasting.
Based on, I feel like it's a little high. Based on what I'm tasting, price is a little high. Is it enjoyable? Yes. Would I buy a backup of it? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know that I would buy another one at $159.99. I like it, don't get me wrong. I think it's great. I just wish it was, say, 125, 130 mark. Kind of in that $10 per year age range.
Because even with us, so it's through Bourbon Outfitters, so then you have shipping on top of that. So, of course, we didn't include that in the bottle price. But, you know, when you add all of that in together, it gets a little pricey on that end.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's definitely enjoyable.
Oh, I love it. Definitely love the pour. I think it's great. Just wish it fell more in line with that $10 per year standard that we all love to compare things to when it gets up there in price. But to be fair, a lot of the dark art stuff is a little bit more on the pricey side. They're kind of like, you know, Peerless. A lot of the
Yeah, a lot of Peerless is $100
stuff
and up.
for me is just a little bit overpriced. A lot of the dark arts seems to fall in that category as well. I know this beautiful bottle is some of that. I know this cork is not cheap, so that's some of it.
The only thing that makes me hesitant on the more so on the price is spending that amount on something you may or may not like. So that's why we buy it, so we can kind of tell you our thoughts on it. Everybody's palates are going to be different.
I think our palettes kind of align with Kenny, Anthony, and Steven on the mashup. I mean, we've had several of their picks now. We've enjoyed all of them. And I know they don't control the pricing, so it's no knock on them.
No.
But yeah, I just wish this one was around the 125, 130 mark. And then I'd probably be a buy and back it up at that. But 160, yeah.
Well, what I was getting at is like, yeah, you're going to buy it, you're going to try it, and you're going to give your review of it. And I'm like, well, can we get a sample of it first before we buy it?
Yeah, it don't always work.
No, it don't.
All right.
This way, I mean, this time it worked in your favor. This is very enjoyable.
All right. So time for your favorite part.
No.
1 to 5.
I'm going to go 3.5.
3.5. I think I'll join you tonight for the first time and say you rated that correctly.
Okay, there we go. High five. I finally got one. I'm terrible at rating.
Yeah, I would put this one around a 3.5 for sure. It's enjoyable. I like it. But at the price, I would probably not buy a backup bottle of it. Even though I don't think there's none of them left. You wouldn't get a backup of it, but at the price, I still wouldn't grab one. But if you've tried any of the dark art stuff, please let us know down in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. More specifically, if you've tried any of the mashup picks, we'd love to know your thoughts on those as well. We have reviewed several, and we will continue to grab those as we can afford to, because all of them have been really good. Just some of them are a little pricier than others, and some are out of our price range, unfortunately. But let us know if you've tried any of them. We do have.
Oh, wait a minute. Out of your price range?
Yeah, out of my price range.
No way.
Yeah.
What was the last one we got from them? The Hartfield?
Yeah, that you bought that for my birthday. So
Okay.
they're out of my price range.
Okay.
I'm just saying, they're out of my price range.
I was just making sure.
I don't have your money.
I thought we shared.
Well, I give you all of my paychecks,
there
so
you
I don't
go.
have your money.
There you go. He doesn't see.
It's direct deposit. I couldn't tell you. But anyway, as I was saying, we'd love to hear from you. As always, we ask you please subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell over there so you know when the next video drops. And as always, please drink responsibly.
We're empty.
Never drink and drive. And until next time,
Keep it neat.
Don't interrupt me in my closing. What's up with that?
We can't say keep it neat when we don't have anything in our
Well,
vault.
it's just an empty neat.
Empty neat.
Yeah, there you go.
No, I do like this.
Yeah, I really enjoy it.
I enjoy it.
I
like,
just wish, like I said, it was in that 120 to 130 price range.
Yeah. Well, like I said, it
$10
when you add
per year.
shipping and stuff on top of that.
Well, we didn't pay any extra in shipping, right?
Well, yeah, we did because we signed up for the membership, but man, I just enjoy the nose on this, the fizziness.
I know, that's the first time I've had one like activate my tongue like that on the front, like where it just sits there. And I've had light up my tongue, with like spice, and then it quickly fades away. But that just like sits there tingling the tip of your tongue.
Yeah.
That's
Like you
weird.
said, that was a perfect Pop Rocks. Sometimes certain sodas will fizz and tingle your tongue like that. But
I think that little sip's even better than the first one. This is getting better. I think this is going to open up and be one of those bottles that we crush pretty quick, unfortunately.
yeah, that's going to be a savory bottle for sure.
Yeah, it's more on the savory than the dessert side, but man, really good.
Well, I can see why they said it was liquid gold.
Liquid gold. Barrel daddy. Who's your daddy?
Who sings that song?
What? Who's your daddy?
Is that Toby Keith?
Who's your baby?
Who's your daddy? Toby Keith?
Maybe. You know I'm horrible at that. Cheers all.
Mountains hold our laughter, echoes in the night. Appalachian spirit, burning strong and bright. Raise it high to the sky, let the good times roll. Brothers, sisters, family ties, heart and soul. Every pour, every smile makes the night alive. Appalachian bourbon society, we thrive. New bottles on the table, old friends side by side, sharing what we're given, nothing left to hide. Every sip's a story, every laugh's a song. Together we get stronger, where we all belong. Raise it high to the sky, let the good times roll. Brothers, sisters, family ties, heart and soul. Every pour, every smile makes the night alive. Appalachian bourbon society, we thrive. Here's to the moments, here's to the years, here's to the bourbon that washes our fears. Together we grow, together we stay, stronger and brighter day after day. Raise it high to the sky, let the good times roll. Brothers, sisters, family ties, heart and soul. Every pour, every smile makes the night alive. Appalachian Bourbon Society, we thrive. Yeah, Appalachian Bourbon Society, we thrive.